championship showdown between Paul the Irish Dragon Felder and Kelvin Gastelum. Well, for my money, he's on the short list of UFC fighters, some of the best fighters to have never realized a UFC championship. Here is Kelvin Gastelum trying to continue his run here at 185 pounds.
Yeah, since Kelvin Gastelum has gone up to 185 and stopped depleting himself in those massive weight cuts down to 170, he's only gotten better. That showed in the fight with Israel Adesanya when he had a chance to become UFC interim champion. He went 5 rounds, he went 5 rounds hard, he tried to accomplish the goal, fell a little bit short, but that gave you confidence in knowing that with the heart and the spirit of Kelvin Gastelum and the skill, that if he's that close, with a few adjustments, he can find himself right back in that same spot.
He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and in a division that has so much depth in that top 15, it's even more remarkable that this man has remained the hunt. And the question tonight, with a powerful challenger out of that blue corner, can he walk away and still? All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Felder is 7 years his senior. He is 2 inches taller. Gastelum will have a 1-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 16 wins, 6 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Yuma, Arizona, USA, presenting the challenger, Kelvin Gastelum. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Paul the Irish Dragon Felder.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been giving your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. You will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it fair.
Ready.
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. It's going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this thing.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Lands the ground and pound strike here. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
3 minutes have elapsed here in round one. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
Win the scramble! Win the scramble!
37 total strikes have now landed for the Iron Lung, Paul Felder. Body shot now, but it's turned back by Gastelum. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Big punch in the clinch.
Nice punch there by Felder. They continue to exchange. 20 seconds to go in round one. And now he's got the tie clutch. And he comes through with a big knee.
That knee hurt him.
Big knee to the body. What a round.
Stop.
While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round, both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
All right, both fighters ready to go here with round two. The Iron Lung, Paul Felder, against that man, Kelvin Gastelum. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Nice strike.
Got the single collar tie. Again, they clinch.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Single collar tie now. Well, the numbers continue to pile up. 54 total strikes and counting have landed for Paul Felder. And a pretty good clip tonight, DC, landing with 64% accuracy against Kelvin Gastelum.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Good stick.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean,
Yes.
if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook, that's 2 pieces of chicken.
And potentially a critical takedown here. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck, and he will have to submit.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. 90 seconds now to go in round 2. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Felder.
Come on, let's go. Let's get busy. We got 30 seconds left in this round. Push.
20 seconds now remain in the round. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Gastelum. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays, DC, and if you like the kicking game, that was the round for you.
Yeah, man, he used his kicks beautifully. He managed distance, managed space, and eventually those kicks started to really take an effect on his opponent and slow him down. He has to stay the course next round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Oh, single collar tie here.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
All right, single collar tie now. Oh! Gastelum's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. So the head strike's starting to pile up. And he caught the kick. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Another punch to the head. He's really turning every part of himself into those strikes to the head.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And there comes the separation now.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh! Trying to stay in this fight! Just misses with the straight left hand. 106 total strikes have now landed for the Iron Lung, Paul Felder. And still above 50%, landing with 56% accuracy against Kelvin Gastelum. Felder's knee strike here is blocked. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting him up now.
Powerful leg kick lands. Liver kick.
Under 2 minutes to go. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Big knee lands there. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg.
Oh, big knee. Knee to the body.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and
Right under the elbow, right on the line.
perfect. It was a perfectly placed shot, and you see his opponent reacting violently from that punch.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round.
Body shot after body shot.
Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and gotta think that's something that's gonna give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again?
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing.
Well, he can... Action there, DC. He is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight. An uppercut landed.
Punch is blocked. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
And they separate. Well, not much of a setup there. Misses with the left hook.
Real nice body kick lands.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, collar tie.
Driving the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing those beautiful punches. Really's got his opponent on notice here.
Oh, nice connection by him there with the right hand.
The right hand is the dominant hand, and you can see how well he throws it.
All right, time to hit the Sunoco station. Both of these fighters are on empty.
This looks like when I played video games as a 7-year-old, when I didn't know nothing but button mashing. You two guys have button mashed to the point that neither one of you can find a knockout. You better hope your parents don't walk in the room and watch you guys be that fatigued. This is embarrassing. Learn to play the game. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Oh, and he caught the kick. Oh, swept the leg beautifully to get the takedown, DC.
Mr. Miyagi would be very, very proud of that sweep. Great job getting into your position and finding that beautiful takedown.
Oh, he's out.
He got him! Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here tonight. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
And there he is, our UFC welterweight champion of the world. He's gonna like the sound of that. Getting it done with style points by way of knockout here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout.